All right, we're back. This is just going to be like a supplement at the end of that last episode because I decided that we're very close at ending this quest, and I'd rather keep everything in one neat little episode. All right, I'm just going to upgrade these troops here. Um, Defense. Yep. This over here. Upgrade all these troops. Draft the rest. Yep. Not much more we could do here. Since we're out of movement for... We're not going to be able to make these guys back in time for Cecilia's final battle anyways. So, that being said, it's time to end turn. And yeah, we could just go ahead and fight Mr. Silkspool, I guess. Yeah, you could also tell by my new shirt that I'm actually having another recording session altogether. So we'll get through this as quickly as possible. And here we go. Barian mercenaries occupy the town of Ashbourne. Their leader, Captain Silkspool, appears at the gates. Cecilia Stoutheart, welcome to the ancient seat of Lady Amanda, newly reclaimed by the Topaz Battalion, led by moi, Captain Xavier Silkspool. I see you do not need my advice for a peaceful settlement. Peaceful? You trespass on Stoutheart lands, raised and plundered our settlements, and seized our towns, still with no declaration of war from Baria. This is not a Barian matter. We are merely under contract to restore Lady Ammon's lands to her. If you agree to return them, I'm certain we could negotiate for peace. Huh? Okay. Without the declaration of war, you're merely thieves and murderers and will not negotiate with criminals. Remember, we gave you a chance to return to Baria. Not every one of you will... your dishonorable mercenaries will fall when we restore Ashbourne. Yep, and if we just go ahead, this is an easy battle, but let's go ahead and see how much units we could save here. Looking at this threat level, we see that they have a bevy of pikeneers, a troop of musketeers, meaning these are the ones we need to look for. Oh, they've got veteran musketeers, so these two are the ones that we need to look out for because they're going to do a lot of damage from range. We have pipers and pikeneers. All right, so we're going to stick with our old game plan, which is move you here, move these two troops to the bottom here. We're gonna have a defender on both sides over here, and we'll do a manual battle just to end things off. And let's see how quickly we could finish off this battle. I've also adjusted the sounds a little bit, so if things are a little bit better than they were before, let me know. We're going to have a look here. These guys are going to have an attack first. That's the veteran pikeneers. Pikeneers are fine. We're not in any trouble. But musketeers, we will use clouded vision for. So let's go ahead and cast clouded vision on these guys. And the jig of jugs. If you saw earlier, it raises initiatives. So we're going to go, let's see. This guy moves over here. Let's just move back in queue. Same here, move back in queue. And let's have a look at the initiative here. We're going to cast initiative on, well, this guy has not enough range. We're going to cast initiative on our archer, so that their turn goes first. We will, let's see. We can bait the musketeers by moving forward and towards right at the edge of their deadly range, and then press Q to defend. Yep, and now we could slap this guy. Yep. Over here. Slap you. Or maybe, just maybe, defend. Alright, we're not doing very well already. This is problematic. We have a choice of either attacking these guys now. They're useless for now because they're reloading. But now it's probably a better choice to use ambush. So that when this little pike lady walks forward, it gets attacked. You could probably still use this. And you'll also probably better off using ambush. And that guy's dead. Let's keep singing. Same here. Now let's see what spells we have. We have a total of 11 spells we could use. Clouded Vision we don't need to use anymore. These ones aren't very good. Initiative and troop movement is decent. But I do love a rally here. Because now we could just do this. Oh, damn it. I didn't realize they attack us as soon as we go into their range. That was a big mistake, by the way, so keep attacking. Right. And we don't have a turn for you, so you could just use that extra bit to not barricade. Now, we could start focus firing on this troop right here. Again, we'll double Q. Over here, we have an acid cloud that deals 20 damage to any troop standing within that steps. We could also do double attack. I'm still thinking a rally is probably our best bet here. Followed by an attack here. You could attack this. Attack here. And finish this off. Yeah, probably not my most not my best bet. Not my best strategy here. But as you can see here, we've got helmets and prototypes and gambesons. And we've successfully brought ourselves towards Ashbourne. Okay. Lady Stout, you have won the day. Now, shall we begin our negotiations? Yeah. No. No? Vilja, do we have proof that this Barya and Captain Silkspool did trespass, steal, and murder innocent people of Starheart? Yes, milady. Many witnesses. And the sentence for these acts? Execution. Execution! I had the contract. It's not what you... Not me you want, but my employer. Surely we could come into an arrangement, trade maybe? This is not Barya, so there will be no deals when the law clearly states the sentence. Welcome to Arleon. Uh-oh, okay. So this guy gets executed. Let's have a look-see at what's available here. We could just move towards this town. The Silkspool has been taken away by Cecilia. Oh, Silkspool is taken away and Cecilia turns to Vilja. Cecilia, you think the sentence wise? The Baryans will not like this. The Baryans should stay in Barya. My people respect that I will uphold the law with no regard for rank or privilege. Or perhaps they prefer diplomacy when they are facing a Baryan pike. Your forces are weakened, spread between the unrest in the Tenderwild and the eastern coast where Lady Hammond will surely make landfall. That's why we need to make haste. I'll head to Paradine, then to Tenderwild, and you to Springhold on the eastern coast. Very well, Cecilia. But something still feels off about all this. We have no time for feelings or debates, my friend. The tribute from Loth will arrive in Springhold. We'll use those resources to build our defense. Vilja, you offer your counsel, but do I have your support? Always, Cecilia. May your essence grow. And Vilja decided to pop up over here. And yeah, let's just go ahead and trade away our troops. Many as possible. Yeah. And if Vilja could just walk in, claim this castle here. And this is a fortress, meaning it could be upgraded to its full tier and give us a bunch of gold. You will also notice that there is an increase in wielder limit, so we could actually have 4 wielders now, but we could only recruit 2 as per this quest. So we could use this time to start building things like peasants' huts and quarries. We've got a farm here, lumber mill here. We could build a peasant's hut here. We've got a couple of markets. Get rid of a market if you want. But the more markets that you have, the cheaper things get. So by having 2 markets here, you could buy something really cheap. There's not much we could build as of now. So I'm going to spend a couple of turns exploring this little area. But spoilers, we're pretty much done with the mission already. Going to have Cecilia grab all of the loot that she can. But most importantly, we probably need... yeah, we'll end things here. And as much as I want to just walk around and gain experience for these guys, I'm just going to try to end the quest as soon as possible. And that requires Vilja trading away all of her items that she could possibly wear. Being we need these items on different character, a different quest. I could also right click here. Yeah, so we have a full inventory for Cecilia. Go ahead and move Cecilia towards this direction. Let's have a look at our character sheet for Cecilia again. Do we have something better for her to equip? Well, not really. We could always go with axe in this, but yeah, we don't need anything. Like the defense on this is less. The attack on this is less. Yeah, we don't need to do any of this. But as a side note, one interesting thing you could do is to equip these worn gloves. No, actually, we probably want to get rid of one item. What's the worst item here? I think it's the dagger. It's the offhand dagger here. Fine. While Cecilia goes over here and grabs an item from this blacksmith. It's an archer's gambeson. Have a look at our inventory here. Yeah, nothing too amazing. Oh, you could actually, yeah. Well, didn't know you could actually have more inventory space. Let's see how much inventory you could have. Because I was under the impression that we have limited inventory, but I guess not. Wow. Okay. So it's probably smart to just transfer everything to Cecilia then. Oh, that's cool. This peasant's hut could be upgraded. Cecilia, oh well. We could have the remaining move here. This. Grade. Then pass it on to Cecilia. Right. Well, Miss Cecilia, you need to go to this tavern. Increase your movement. As you pass by an old tavern, laughter and the cheerful tones of Aurelia's blessing can be heard. Oh, the farmers dream of happy golden days of Aurelia. I hope that one day we will return to peaceful times. And when the only war we know is the one of old songs and stories. What was that, milady? Nothing, soldier. Onwards to the tender wild. Let's just end turns here. And then a band of frog-like creatures filled the road ahead. These could only be the frogmen from the fetid swamps of Patrium. But what were they doing in the tender wild? Had the Fae enlisted them along with the skeletons?
Greetings, human. We're seeking the Honorable Captain Silkspool, friend of Rana, noblest of men. Do you know him?
Silkspool? I just had him killed for his many crimes against my people.
Killed? Silkspool is dead? We were here to warn him and repay our debt, but life returns to the marsh.
So he called upon the froglings to help. You should never have left your marsh, little froglings. This is Arleon, and we have had enough of foreigners trespassing on our lands. And we battle. Oh, wow. I was hinting at earlier that Cecilia Stoutheart is not the noble lady that you expect her to be. Yep. He's actually, how should I say this mildly? Very racist. That's not saying it mildly at all, is it? But yeah, the Stouthearts are notoriously very kind of I think there's no other way to say it other than bigoted racially. Right. But anyways, we probably want to have a look at what these guys do. I'm gonna move my peasants here. And this should be it because this circle over here is not traversable. There's gonna be a lot of little hunters walking forward. Let's go ahead and do the manual battle. This will be our first time facing Rana troops. When playing against Rana, especially this early on, it's a bad idea to or the marsh. It's generally a bad idea to move around because you will get ambushed. And this might feel a little bit weird, but since we're on this side, you need to get used to getting attacked. So that's also kind of another nitpick of mine, that you switch sides when you get attacked. Okay, you'll defend. Same here, you'll defend. And you'll just do a nice little attack here. Same with you. Same with you. Yeah, poor little guys. Right. So we've fought against these guys, lost a total of 1 troops, and the leader of the frog people took the last of his raiders and fled back to wherever they came from. Game saved. Let's move on, shall we? And here's another cairn to permanently increase our offense and defense. And we can now upgrade our fortress. This is our first fully upgraded fortress that you could see. And we could use this time to maybe build an armory or the academy. I might be able to build an armory just before the end of this quest, so that you'd be able to see what a fully upgraded town looks like. And then we'll head down here, grab some more money, some more wood. There's another XP boost, Ancient Ruins here, which we don't need because, of course, Celia's at her max level. and she can't gain any more experience. Like if we click off here and look at her, she's at 9,000 here. And if we click more experience, her XP is still at 9,000. Yeah, because there's no point. This archway is humming, felt quite hot to the touch, and a faint smell of murky water surrounds it. Yep. Yep, we visited it. Nothing happens. Some more movement is possible. And we could actually move over here and end the quest if you would like. But I'm going to do something that's quite unconventional, but this will be useful in the longer run on what we could actually do with this quest. So I'm going to pause for a bit, and I'm going to try to build up this town as much as possible, and I'll just to demonstrate what the towns will be like. I'm going to also sell this marketplace. Yep. And I'm going to pop down a castle, so you guys could actually see what the knights do. And we'll probably want to build a grand armory over here as well, alongside some other things. And I'm going to keep pressing. I'm going to quick save here, and I'm going to keep pressing enter until we spent maybe like a few hundred turns. So that you could see a fully upgraded town and what it looks like. Yep. All right. So I'll be right back, folks. All right, folks, I'm back, and this is just a little preview of the upgraded town. You can see that there are a couple of things like the guard towers, which we could upgrade using celestial ores. Oh, probably just give me a sec. All right, we're back. This is actually the upgraded town now, and we'll see what is available and what each different buildings do. We have the lumber mill, which actually adds a wood. An upgraded one gives us 2 wood per round. The peasant's hut gives us sappers once upgraded. These are guard towers, so if you upgrade the guard tower, as you can look at the defenses, it provides you with a ballista for each tower, and it guarantees you with a couple of footmen and militia just to add to the defenses. And I do think that you could actually add more for the tower, more towers as well, just to increase the defense. I'm not sure the maximum number of towers in a town is, but 2 is probably just good enough. Next up, we have like the castle. Oh, let's start off with the unit buildings. Then we have peasants here. We have knights, and if we upgrade it, it has call on the rangers already. But knights is the one that we haven't actually seen before. So we go ahead and set draft troops here. Let me just recruit all these lower tier troops first. Knights are these guys that have an extra melee offense for uh, each movement they travel, and the other cool thing is that it provides order and chaos orbs. So if you wanted to play that way, then it's also quite good. They don't provide more orbs once they're leveled though, so it's not very well suited for magic users. But it gives friendly units. It does buff friendly units in range with melee, ranged offense and damage. So it's an interesting unit. It could either be placed in the back to increase the damage of our archers, or it could probably be joining in the front lines just to be a little bit of a damage boost. Why can't I upgrade you guys? Oh, we needed what? 4s, I think. Yeah. We need what? We need celestial ores. Okay, so that's being said. Let's just draft as many troops as possible then. Yep. The bigger the fortress, the more troops you could actually uh, draft. But yeah, that's all that you need to know about these guys here. But also just having a look at the research and what's available. The different types of research is that if you have a grand armory, you could use this to improve your troops. 1 HP to human troops, 10 defense, 10 melee offense, and 10 ranged offense. So the grand armory is actually quite an important building as well. So is this. We have got stronger crossbows, singers attire, plus defensive troubadours. Not very useful here. Defensive footmen, shield of order. That's actually quite useful. We have got ranged offense to rangers and archers. That's also quite useful. The only thing about the Grand Armory that I don't like is that it uses quite a fair bit of ore. So it's got diminishing returns uh, on upgrading them versus the Academy, which we actually upgraded, and it gives increased troop sizes, which actually doubles as um, our kind of like a better option because we could always recruit more troops. But the Grand Armory would probably be a better choice if we're very limited on the number of troops we could actually recruit. So it's a give or take. You need to consider the scenario that you're dealing with. Do you want more troops, or do you want stronger troops? If you can't recruit as many troops and you have a time limit, then stronger troops is the way to go. But sometimes a larger group of units will just decimate your opponents. But yeah, too bad we can't demonstrate that with our knights here. Let's just go ahead and continue on the rest of the adventure here before things get too the episode gets too long. Yeah, so yeah, this is kind of like a supplemental. Either this is going to be either like a supplemental episode, or I'm just going to tag this on along with the other missions. But most likely, this is just going to be the end of. This is going to be episode 4. Yep, or episode 3. I'm not sure. But yeah, we have a cutscene.
She gave Silkspool the warm welcome he desired, defeated him and all the bandits that he hired. But Walking Dead and Fame had now appeared.
Oh, here she just looks kind of like Scarlett Johansson, doesn't she?
Just swords and spears.
This is Okoye. Yep. Oh man, please don't kind of skimp out on the arts and do tracing. But yeah, that is the end of mission 2. Should we just continue on to the mission 3? I guess. Um, I guess we could. I mean, we have some time left over, so let's actually just do that. Now, Ashbourne was restored, and now the beleaguered Baroness faces a difficult decision, and Lady Hammond and her forces were expected to land in the east, but Paradine, warden of the West Provinces, had sent a request for aid against a Fey uprising. Cecilia and Vilja of Thorncliffe east. Cecilia sent Vilja of Thorncliffe east to prepare for the defenses of uh, Springhold. She herself would race west towards the settlement of Windshade and Hazel Point within the forests of the Tender Wild, hoping that she was not too late to stop the threat of the Fae. So that's the next thing. And if we look at the map, where's the map? Vilja of Thorncliffe, Springhold. Looking at there's like we were here at Ashbourne and Thorncliffe. Everkeep. I don't see Springhold. Oh, there it is. I'm thinking because so far that I've played, I haven't seen Vilja again. It's more likely that she would appear in a different scenario altogether, or a different campaign in the near future. But that's just speculation on my part. We have Windshade and whatever, Hazel Point. Yep. But okay, let's just not go into spoiler territory or just speculation territory here as we continue on Mission 3, Vassals and Villains. Cecilia raced through the woods that border the Tenderwild to reach Paradine and the citizens of Western Province. Threat of the Fae and their leader, Stormspire, and their foul creatures has spread from Barkspur in the north through the area around Thorncliffe and now to the peaceful farmlands of Hazel Point and Windshade. But what could have incited the Fae to leave the Tenderwild? Paradine, you look like you've been through hell. How far are the settlements? Where and when did the attack start? Oh, Lady Cecilia, I'm relieved that you have come. The trouble started before the attacks, and I've received reports of a strange blight affecting the verge of the Tenderwild, and went to investigate, so never seen anything like it. What does this have to do with the Fae attacks? I'm still trying to work it out. The land's been infected, corrupted, but I couldn't find the source. And when I was examining the corruption, we were attacked by masses of chittering rats and armed skeletons. We had to retreat, but the essence around these creatures is most unusual. Paradine, leave the corruption for now. What about this Stormspire in your message? This is not the first time I've heard her name. Where is she now? She's everywhere, Cecilia. I received a message for aid in Windshade, but had no sooner arrived there was call for aid at Hazel Point. The message arrived for Maple Towns. Sorry, milady, I had to send for you. Okay. You did the right thing, Paradine. You've encountered the Fae in the Flint Hills and the undead near Thorncliffe. We must assume this is an organized action by the Fae. I beg to disagree, Cecilia. I have no evidence that links undead to the Fae. The evidence will have to wait. We must stop Stormspire quickly and hope that brings an end to the undead monsters and this corruption. There will be a time for your research and when our people are safe. We have an objective. We have to defeat all of the hostile wielders. And there are a ton of hostile wielders popping in this quest. So, yeah, we need to figure that out on what we want to do. I've really had to replay this quest a couple of times because it's not easy. This is probably the first hard quest in the game. I'm going to have good old Paradine here do some trades. Let's start off with giving him all the necessary gear. This adds movement. So let's give him this for his movement. This is the turban helmet. What else? Paradine's let me just look here. He has archery and march. Yeah. So I think giving him riding boots will be important. He needs to do a lot of traveling and walking around. And let's have a look at the helmet. Oh, we don't have a better helmet. We'll just use the... Oh, we do have a better helmet. I'm saying the chainmail hauberk we will equip. Same with this. Next up, let's move you out. And let's just move this over here. What else do we have? Well, we have a couple of options for weapons. Up then you can either like archer's helmet, round shield. We don't need any of these. The gloves, I think what's going to happen is Cecilia's going to wear these gloves and give these gloves over to our buddy Paradine. Paradine's based on ranged offense. So let's give him something with ranged offense capabilities and probably a shield. Let's go give him the better shield now. We're not gonna have Paradine do any of the battles though. So this is just more of a precaution. We'll just go stick with a straight sword here with her. Okay, just give me a sec, folks. Right, and next we've got some offhand weapons, which are these two. The boar spear could be useful, but just move everything up here so that we don't take up space. Okay, so we've got, let's see. This is ranged offense. Normal offense. I think just giving an overall offense would probably work well. And as you can see, I moved all my troops over to Cecilia. We're going to go with our basic strategy here of having one character be the runner. Runs around and gathers all of the things. Press alternate. Grab the road sign. This is going to increase our movement and give some XP. Camp here. Ooh, rangers, nice. And Paradine a level. And for his purposes, I think either give him. I think I'm gonna give him more march first, because that's gonna increase his movement. And maybe we'll give him scout as well. But now, as stout hut troops approach the small hamlet of Hazel Point, the peasants emerged from the huts and cheered. Hooray! A scout in Loth colors elbowed her way to the front. Wielder, Roderick of Loth sends his regards. He would like to meet with you and discuss the yearly tribute from Loth. With Faye and Undead are blocking his path, he awaits you in Oakhaven to the southwest. Ah, thank you. Tell him Oakhaven will be able to... Tell him we shall come to Oakhaven when we are able. And Scout, remember that Stoutheart will expect tribute and not just discussion. Right, we need to talk to Roderick of Loth soon. But we've run out of movement. Fine. Just gonna have Cecilia here walk to this sign. Grab those pictures. Archer's mine. Thank you. Move over here. We're almost out of movement. And let's sort our troops. Again, let me think this through. We're gonna split the archers evenly, I think. And for the sake of what needs to be done here, I'm going to move one troop here and split this evenly. As per usual, that's our go-to plan here. We're gonna have a couple of bards or minstrels sitting here, and let's attack this. Bound by oath, bound to her. What is this oath? Bound by oath, bound to conquer. Right. So let's get this show on the road. We have some undead towards the left and the right. Then they'll be walking this way and this way. So best bet is probably put all my minstrels in the middle. Next up, put my archers up on high ground. We'll put my militia here. And that should do. Just go do our manual battle. Just give me a second, folks. Right, manual battle it is. And you'll get to see our first glimpse, well, not the first glimpse of the undead, but we are going to do our usual Q. Next, we could raise initiative. We'll do the initiative raising next turn, maybe? Or should we do it this turn? Yeah, let's do it next turn. We have a total of 6 spells we could use. Chaos Walk we don't need. Shield we don't need. We don't need any of these. Let's just end turn here. Same with these guys. We're just going to wait until the enemy moves forward. And these guys are slow, so we don't need to worry about it at all. They do have a little bit of a resistance. Oh, okay, they're not the upgraded troops. And we're just gonna go again. Q, Q, Q. And we could either rally or do some other things. Let's have a look at the spells here. This gives initiative of movement to everybody. So that's probably our better use of our magic here. I'll end the turn. Same here. And we'll just edge away at these guys. This is going to do 3 to 5 damage. We could try using Onslaught. There we go. That's a double attack. And you could just sing a couple of songs. Now we could use Chaos Step for you. And step this way. Okay, that didn't... Well, that helped a little bit. No, that's probably a bad idea. What about these guys? These guys aren't even going to reach us yet. So let's just end turn here. We could attack now, but let's just wait until they move further, closer. Oh, we lost a troubadour when we didn't need to. That's unfortunate. Just raise offense here. Q, Q, Q. And now that's when we could use. Let's just use Fury. That way we could guarantee a kill. Fury increases our melee offense at the cost of our melee defense. So if we have a troop that benefits greatly from this, I'm thinking knights. It's good, but I don't mind losing one troubadour here. Things could get a lot worse. And that would probably, well, let's use this opportunity to upgrade our settlement. Like so. Why upgrading is important is that it immediately increases the gold per round we could get. The return on investment will be very fast. And we're going to get ourselves a peasant hut. And most likely, we're going to build ourselves a barracks here. And that being said, I think it's a good time to end off this episode. If you enjoyed the episode so far, give it a like. And if you want to see more, click subscribe and click on the bell notification icon to get notified before whenever I either go live or upload some new episodes. But until then, this is me. I'm Biggy, and I'll be back. Oh yeah, I forgot to say thank you to all my members for being members. Thank you for Ep.4 for being a top tier member and supporting my channel at the decision makers level and saying what you want to see on my channel. I want to thank you all you other guys as well, other members as well. Kirabel, Sefroth Manta. Oh man, I can't remember. I think sorry if I couldn't remember you by name, but yeah, you actually get to support me at the binge watchers level, so you get to see my episodes early. And yeah, that being said, I'm Biggy, and I'll be back. See you guys in a bit.